Hi, I'm Patrick Hopper, and together with
Barbara Quinlan,
we are
Embedded Marketers.
so each week we look at things that are affecting marketers in the electronic space, and we give our tips and tricks how to make you more successful. So in session one, we talked about 3 tips for writing blogs for engineers. This week, Barb and I decided to take a deep dive into all the analytics inside of embedded computing design and figure out what were the top blogs and why.
Yeah, so the topics that we're talking about right now are based on the blogs from the last 12 months, and these are topics that really resonated with our engineering community. So we'll be sure to put all the links in our description below.
Yep, so I'm going to share the screen here and a couple articles. The first thing that we talked about in the first week was packing your blogs with keywords. And by far, this article by Seth Dieland with Mathworks generated over 20,000 individual views. There's no fancy graphics, but if you look at the topics that were covered, machine learning, AI, deep learning, and a great company like Mathworks, you're going to hit it out of the park. So we strongly encourage using those keywords when writing your blog. Another blog here that I wanted to bring up was from Aldec. And again, if you'll notice in the subject line, we are covering neural networks, FPGA, edge devices, machine learning is another topic. ADAS is featured in here. They include some clever graphics, which are great for social. So the first thing to do is obviously, when writing a blog, pack it with those keywords, and we're going to, again, include links to these articles in the samples, but these are 2 great examples of that.
Awesome. You know, we had 2 other blogs that performed really well, and those were introductions too. And one was by Qualcomm. It was an introduction to real-time operating systems. And the other one was from Analog Devices, and that was an introduction to SPI interface. So those introduction to help the engineers along, those were really good. Yeah.
The other one that if you want to make sure to get a lot of traction is cater to the young engineering community. So topics like Raspberry Pi, Arduino, dev kits, these things will always knock it out of the park. Embedded computing design works with Jeremy Cook. He's our resident expert on the professional maker. We've got videos, we got how-tos out of the boxes, always in the tens of thousands of impressions.
Fabulous. So another blog that performed really well was an engineer's guide. So it was by Mauser actually, and it was on heart rate detection, and it performed really well. So again, this is another one of those educating engineers, the engineer's guide too. So the takeaway is that you want to make sure that you're using those buzzwords in your blog titles, you know, the engineer's guide, the how-to, and introduction to. Those are the ones that really resonate with our engineers.
Good. So that's it for us this week. Again, blogs within our own community are always free of charge. You can submit as often as you want. They're featured on the website, newsletters, social, and obviously the more blogs you get out there that link back are also great for SEO. We're going to make sure to include all the links down below so you guys can check them out yourself. And that's it for this week's Embedded Marketers.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our guidelines, our blogging guidelines. That will be in the description below as well.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Take care.